Hello and welcome everyone to Alumonial's the video podcast series by Annexus. Today we have with us Avijit Hazra from the batch of 2019 to 2021. He is currently working as business transformation consultant at Tech Mahindra. So, how are you, Avijit?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you, Sasank?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, let's get started with the first question. How
Yeah.
is the corporate life for you?
Uh, it's obviously a high pressure thing. Like every day I do make sure that I go to the work and I make sure I do not make a mistake. So that's what the pressure that's been created. And I enjoy being in the role that I looked upon over the years when I completed my undergrads. Still, I would say it's the survival of the fittest over there for me, the corporate life.
Yeah, right. And then, as you know, like generally, MBA student try to get as many as internship or life project. So what is your take on it, and how would you advise for the current batch regarding this?
Okay. So yeah, it has now started that many people are doing different multiple internships and live projects they're looking for. Yeah, that's a fantastic thing both as well for freshers as well as for experienced persons who are in the MBA because it is how the MBA teaches us how good you can be in the analytical thinking. So the more you express, the more is the learning process, I believe. This is one of the things. And the second thing, what I believe is that you do as many internships and live projects as possible. That will help you understand that which field you are suited for or which field job will take in the finals. So that will give you a hell lot of options to decide among those that in the finals that I want to go for this type of roles in this type of field. So it will help you decide over that at that point of time.
Right.
So while you do these internships and live projects, make sure to keep these two things in mind. That one thing is that you have to increase your analytical thinking, and secondly, you have to understand which field you are suited for.
Yes. So for that, for final placement, one must go through the different specialization internships, so they will get to know in which field
Yeah, that
they
will
have.
also help in choosing the specializations also.
Yes.
Suppose you are in the first year, and at the end of the first year, you had to decide that what subject you will choose. So accordingly, you can think that yes, these are the fields that are attracting me and I'm enjoying. So I can choose these fields and I can study it. And accordingly, another internship you are doing in different field. So after that, you understand that yes, in this field also. Suppose you are doing taking in marketing and you understood that yeah, you love product management. So you do an internship, you understand that product management is one of the things that you like. So you can take that thing, you learn those things of the product management. And in the finals, you can look for the opportunities that are available in the product management field. So likewise, you can decide at that point of time that which field you will go because once you are exposed to the corporate and you start working in the role, it is hard to change the role from one field to the other field. So it's better if you decide in the earlier and you enjoy the work because the pressure will be there and you'll have to do those things.
Right, right. So the next question, how was your MDI experience in a nutshell, like hostel, club related activities, everything in a nutshell?
Yeah. So I think we are one of the first or the first batch who had the who had the merger of a physical class as well as digital class.
Right. Yeah.
So it was hell of a kind, and we enjoyed that thing because the exposure and the pedagogy remained same with MDI. So that's what it made the difference, and which made us still remain afloat in these harsh corporate conditions. So this is my takeaway from MDI.
Okay. Okay. And was the whole procedure? I mean, was it easy to found a club there, or how was your whole experience?
No, it's never easy. The task was never an easy option. So we chose it that yes, it was the need at that point of time. We felt that it was a need. Analytics is also
Right.
a important part of our curriculum. So we have that business analytics subject. We understood that it is there, and in the industry also the need of the analytics is of high importance. So we gave it a thought and understood that yes, how we can enlighten our students or the MBA grads that are there in our college. So they're not having any outside people or industry connects with the analytical fields. So I
Right.
thought of that we can do it in that way and had a talk with the faculties. They supported us and a couple of our batchmates also were there in the club. So we thought that we might give it a go with the analytics society, and we took the shot. Fortunately, it worked out
It
because
worked out well. Yeah.
most of the people enjoyed, and I think that people understood that the importance of analytics is there in the business world, and they can do the courses like we did with some Harvey sir, and we had a couple of guest lectures. So that was what we could do because our part was limited because we started it almost in the second year, and the process of placements as well as the study pressure was also there, and it was quite high. So we couldn't give it that much time, but the first years, the batch of the next batch that helped us to fly high with those things.
Right.
So I think that was a tough risk that we took, but it fortunately worked.
Okay. And the
Yeah.
next question, what are your advice for the passing out batch? Any tips as they are entering into corporate world? So any tips for them?
I'd say just one thing that you should be open and ready to learn new things because the learning never ends at the college, and I would say rather it starts just when you are exposed to the corporate world. So the corporate world, the leaders in the corporate world will help you, will teach you, but you have to make sure that you do not make or avoid mistakes. So this is the thing you should make sure that you are open to learning and you should avoid making mistakes.
Right.
That's what.
Okay. And the final question, like, what were your best moment of MBA? And if you are comfortable sharing the low moment as well, so that we can audience can relate to it.
The low moment I will come to the low moment point first because it was in the March of 2020 when the college got shut down. That was the lowest moment we had
Mm,
because our trimester were just knocking the doors and we were just preparing the projects, the live projects and the summer internships process were going on, and suddenly the college got shut down. That was the lowest moment. We had to return back home immediately, and eventually everything became digital, and we understood that there was a remote chance of going back to the campus. That was the hardest thing that we had. And the best moments were the hostel days, uh, late night discussions about the projects, the random chit chats, the eating at the Angati. I really miss those things. So those are the most happiest moments of the entire journey.
Right, right. So, thank you, Avijit, for taking out time on a weekend and doing this. Also, one last thing, can you give a single one-liner advice to the whole batch, to the whole MDI who are currently studying? So,
Uh, Online advice, I would just say that learn new things and enjoy the learning process. If you do not enjoy the learning process, it will be tough for you.
right. Thank you so much, Avijit, for taking out
Yeah,
time. And thank you, guys.
thank you.
Thank you, guys, for listening to the podcast. We will be back soon with another series. So, stay tuned. Signing out.